Hi, I'm Kirsten Howell. I go by Kiki. So I'm an actor. I do film and television work as well as work on stage. Last thing I was in was Neptune's Noises Off. And I'm also an acting coach and a teacher. I work a lot with private students, either on a particular project that they're working on or an audition, or just to get their practice in. And I teach group classes a lot of the time out of Neptune Theatre School as well. Creativity plays a huge role in my life. Just from an acting standpoint, I'm either always creating a character for myself for an audition or for a show that I'm in, or helping other people to come up with characters and figure out, what kind of a life that person lives and who that kind of person is. I just closed a show last week, so I'm really just enjoying having a little time to get some stuff done at home. I started doing my taxes yesterday, which is not an easy feat for a self-employed person. And yeah, film season should be coming up, so I'll start doing some self-tapes and auditions and things like that, as well as there's a lot of coaching going on right now. I love making people laugh. That is probably the biggest excitement for me. I love doing comedy for that reason, obviously. But probably the biggest pride moment, recently I taught a March break class last week for teens and for film and television. And at the end of the week, what I like to do is we tape a piece of paper to everybody's back with their name on it, and everybody else in the class writes one nice thing that they like, something they like about that person. And I do one for myself too, because I'm like, yeah, I want to know what you guys think. And I broke into tears this time because they're so sweet, and they're telling me that I made a difference not only in their week but in their lives and in their hopes for their careers, and and that makes me feel extremely proud. So the last piece of creative media that really gave me a good impression is actually season 2 of Queer Eye. I binged it really hard in about 2 days. I would have watched it faster, but I was in shows. And I know that it's not a scripted show. I know that. But it's all these different realms of creativity that come together that make it so fascinating to me. It's interior design, it's hair, it's wardrobe, it's makeup, it's cooking, it's all these different aspects of a human life that, and they come and they help these people who are usually almost always really deserving of this help, and they've really been through a tough time, and I just cry a lot when I watch it. I love it. Advice I would give to another creative type would be, it's kind of threefold. Give yourself credit, keep going, and reach for low-hanging fruit. So give yourself credit is basically, you can't compare your resume to somebody else's resume. You shouldn't do it anyway, but because that other person's probably been working 15 years longer than you, or had started 15 years earlier than you did, or, so you can't compare, but you can give yourself credit for going to an audition, for showing up to class. Celebrate all those small, mundane things that aren't small or mundane, and celebrate that you're pushing forward and striving to be the person you want to be and be the creative artist that you want to be. Just keep going is basically speaks for itself. Just keep going. Sometimes you have to take a break, and that's okay. Sometimes you don't work for a year. That's okay. Just keep going and keep showing up, and good things will keep coming to you because of that. And reach for low-hanging fruit is basically, if you just started your acting career yesterday, you're not going to book Stratford tomorrow. Probably. Most of us wouldn't. Maybe you are special. I don't know. But what you can book is maybe a community theater production or a student film, or, we call it low-hanging fruit because it's a little bit more attainable. So keep striving for the apple at the very top of the tree, but you don't have to get it today, right? Because you need to gain the experience and get all these other apples before you can get to the top. And you will.